Picking up a new car for Christmas, and if it's not the Cyberpunk Turbo R, then save up for the and if it's not the Cyberpunk Turbo R, then save up for the and if it's not the Cyberpunk Turbo R, then save up.
Hold up! We got the Urus. This is a W collab.
Right, finally gonna get another SUV.
Home, shorty make me feel at home. She made me lead the thrills at home. And need a drink.
Oh, I was muted the whole time. What's good, boys?
Good chat.
We're gonna
That's actually
we're gonna watch videos until we're watching videos until my
looks good.
So we're watching videos until my game gets done updating. Make sure you guys hit that like and sub button, and let's see if we can hit this goal. I'm gonna pack and get a shower in a minute. I'm gonna just keep videos on while this updates, and we'll play in a little bit. Alright, boys. Just make sure you guys hit like and sub. Give me a skin. No muted cut. Yeah, I just realized that. Alright, let's go, boys.
Found my home. She made me lead the thrills at home, and I'm fine. Really think I found my home. Shorty made me feel at home. She made me lead the thrills at home, and I'm fine with it. She really made me lose control. I'ma let my love
Chat, I'll be back. Make sure you guys hit like and sub button. Alright, boys.
lost souls, but we're fine with it. There's love at my front door. Short notice, you're not like the same girls I noticed. Think I met my soulmate, yeah, I know it. When it gets dark outside, and you I confide. You help me face my demons, I won't hide. Girls like you are hard to find. I hope you don't mind if I give you the time of your life. I found my home. Shorty make me feel at home. She made me lead the thrills at home, and I'm fine with it. She really made me lose control. I'ma let my love unfold. We're just two lost souls, but we're fine with it. Life is not the same with your pictures in my frame. Now that you're here, I want nothing to change.
Say goodbye to Slack because chat's here and it's inside ClickUp.
Yo, what's going on, boys? Today we're going to be doing a different kind of video. So today, all my friends are having a sleepover with me, and they're all playing on my binds. We're gonna see how they do. I'm just gonna be in the room watching them play. I won't play, but yeah, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like and sub button, and let's just go ahead and get right into the video.
So
Okay.
Why is it up? What? This sucks.
Scroll up.
Wait, pick up is
I use
up.
that. I use that all the time.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
What is this thing on my
Tab is
screen?
pickaxe. Bro, chat, these are running shorts. They're not boxers. If you're watching me for the past 10 hours, yeah, I know that's a lie. Hold on, chat.
Click forward. Click forward.
My mom said be a little bit quiet. If you guys have been watching me, just make sure to like and sub. Alright, next person. My brother wants you guys to go in his room. My brother. Hey, what's up, Chelsea? Oh, chat. What's this one? Control. I've seen that. Fixed audio, chat. Oh, you guys wanna? No, it's fine. Can't see it on YouTube. It's all good. Mods. Yeah, but like. Okay. So Will's dead. On to the next one. It's okay, Willis. Alright, go gang. Alright, so Jeremiah's picked up on a limb. They're recording this up. Now we have to zoom it back. Well, we're gonna see how he does, bro. Alright, so we're not looking too hot. We're not looking too hot right now. Hold on, boys. And what makes this even harder is that it's in build mode. Yeah, it's not like we're not playing like zero build. YouTube subscribers, this is what I want. Alright, yeah. Not that good, huh? Ad source. And the goal. Good. Yo, Jeremiah,
YouTube subs. Let's see some of the chat.
Goal
amount. What's our goal amount? 2,000?
Come on, gang. Yeah. Get a gold sniper.
Alright. Starting amount. What's our starting amount, chat? What are we? 180. 12. No. 12. 30. 2024. No. 2024. Visual settings. Layout. See, source, selected properties. What is CSS, chat? What does that even mean? Yeah, 30. Wait, is it? It's really not visible, bro.
Yeah, Rowan, you're gonna be up in a minute unless Jerry kills you. Nah, I'm going.
Do I have to disable this one too? Okay. I can't click this one. What the heck? No wait, I thought I just had it. Chat, make sure you guys hit like and sub, boys. Okay, I'm just gonna start deleting these. Okay, there's that one. Yo, chat, where is it?
Yo, Roy!
How do I see chat? Does anyone know?
Hey, you're about to be up in just a minute. Jerry might get a win.
No, let me change the setting. Did it never? Oh, I never edited it. That was wrong. Yeah, chat, I'm about to go finish packing. 2K, we're at 28. We want to end it after 12, 30, 124. Start goal. Visual settings.
Hey, Jerry, don't die in this guy, bro. Might be pretty good. Okay, so we got third.
Can you guys see it yet? Hey, I think I figured it out.
How do I?
No, I did.
Oh, scroll wheel up! Scroll wheel up! Alright.
Yeah, I did. Chat, someone sub and see if it works. Edit transform. Right. 50. No. 50. There. Yeah, chat, someone sub to see if it works. There. How do I like make it active? Does anyone know how to do this for him? Let me look it up real quick.
Alright, let's see. Now we got Caleb. Now we got
And then I gotta go pack, like, actually. There we go.
Start by heading to the Streamlabs website. A link will be provided below. Go to the dashboard. If this is your first time on Streamlabs, then you will need to log in. Log in with your Twitch account. You may be asked to authorize. Select all widgets from the sign. Choose Sub Goal. Switch.
And go back to watching Galix. And let me see. Oh.
Widgets from the sign.
Okay, all widgets. So there's like not that.
So he's still alive.
Let's go. We get a few subs.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get that thing to work.
Like the change.
Yeah. Advanced. No.
There are a lot of people who said, like, most people use E to pick up stuff. Guys, and then after all them play, I'm gonna try around, so
Wait, how do I?
everyone.
It's no. Okay.
Come on,
I'm gonna get mine. I was ready for mine.
come on, Felix. Nice, nice.
No, I'll bring my clothes
Which
down.
guns? Two, or three, I guess.
No, that's not the right thing. There we go.
Are you ready to see your brand on TV? Your competitors will wish
Chat,
they
give
had
me a
known
sec.
about Vibe.
Keep
With
subbing,
Vibe,
see if
you
it
can
works.
launch targeted TV and streaming ad campaigns using our
It's
powerful
not like
platform.
live. That's what I'm confused about. It's like I don't know, I'm a little confused. source maybe? Fresh browser becomes active. Let's see, CSS, custom code, no, that's not it. Chat, how do we fix this, bro?
Hello there and welcome to the video. I'm Machine Dana. I hope you're having a really, really good day. In this video, I'm going to show you how you basically allow you to set follower goals and donation goals. I've done videos on half the goals. If you're trying to set up
Someone unsubbed. Okay, boys. So we did not need to do that. Trying to figure all this out, boys. Like, just give me a sec, please. And we leaked my email, GG. Now we should probably go full screen for this. I can't lie. All widgets. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alright. Okay, now this is good on. This is good on. Chat. Chat, y'all wanna see something cool? Watch this, boys. Hold on. We need to go no full face cam for this. Y'all ready for this, boys? Hold on. This is actually about to be cool. I can't lie. Where's it? Viewer count, maybe? I feel like this is it. GG. YouTube viewers. Alright. That's actually kind of cool, boys. Chat, is that kind of cool or no? Wait, Loki, I should put it back up here, no? Yeah, I need to go back over there. 6, let's go. Lego, chat. Let's do this. Can we get... Okay. Alright. There we go. Bam, bam. How are we 360? What? Okay, we're gonna just delete that real quick. Hold on, boys. Typical follower goal. Here we go. Hold on. Alright.
a Twitch goal when you've logged in with your YouTube gaming credentials, it's going to try and pull in your subscriber stuff from YouTube rather than from Twitch. But also, if you're unsure, if you visit the settings area here on the left hand side and go into it, I've already got this set up, so I'm just going to reset the goal. Click on sample goals. I'm going to end the goal. I'm going to go into settings here and I'm going to restore the defaults, and that's what it looks like by default. So if you ever want to set up a new goal from scratch, you literally go into settings and just go into the defaults here. And now in this section here, we're going to customize essentially the browser source, which will then be added to Streamlabs OBS or XSplit or OBS Studio. Again, there's two methods to actually add this to software depending on the software that you're using. Using Streamlabs OBS, all these configurations you can actually do with.
Chat, I'm about to get a shower. Just wait one sec. I'm trying to figure this out so I can make all this stuff look cool. Make sure you guys hit the like and sub though, boys. I'm doing this so I don't have to do it later.
To your Streamlabs OBS account as well. Hopefully that makes sense. So all we're really doing here is customizing it and setting the goal itself. First of all, we need a title. I'm going to chop my arm off when I hit 3 subscribers. No, I value my arms. 5 subscribers. And we've already got, you can choose the starting amount here, so we can say we've already got 1 subscriber. And then we want to end it after a certain amount of time. We're using like dumb American dates here, so you've got to put the month first, then the days, then the years. So let's say we end this in September. Now we've got the choice whether we want a subscriber goal or a sub points goal. On Twitch, 1 tier subscribers, but it's aim choose from.
Alright, this guy did not really help, I can't lie. Hold on, boys. GG. Back to dashboard, here we go. Where's settings? So we just don't know where settings is. Account settings, here we go. Alright.
Let's go, okay, let's
Whatever.
stare fast. Oh, shoot, he might be killed here. He's going to push. No, man. Alright, well.
Wait, how many kills did I get?
That was Caleb's, with match stats. And Caleb's got 3 kills. Alright, now the final person, even though his webcam froze. Okay, Rowan, I'll be right back.
That's what I would have done. I would just had to say 20 kills.
Oh, I know how to do it. I know how to do it now, chat. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So. What is support go?
Joshua, oh, Rowan's about to go down.
Oh yeah.
Field, Rowan, field.
How do you build?
H is not the field. The mouse button, the mouse button.
Alright, chat. Let's see.
The side ones.
Yeah. 70.
What is
70.
this?
Get him, gang.
Oh!
Sorry. Rowan, get out of there, you're gonna die.
Nah, I don't die like that.
Elimination save.
Okay.
Alright, now use them in Q and E.
Was that a W? Oh, we're cooked. Down, how do I build? No! Ah!
Okay, so Rowan did good.
If you ever want to know why I block ads with Pi, this is why I block ads with Pi. I just found what may be the biggest.
No. Alright, chat, let's see if this works. Buy the Skibidi toilet. Bro, you're gonna miss. Bro, my game's updating. It's at 26. I'm about to put on me and Will played FNCS, then I'm gonna get in the shower.
because I just got home. Hey, Will, ban him.
Right now?
Just Savannah. Yo, Will, full 24-hour ban on her. Oh, chat,
Do you realize how down bad you are when you called my dad fat? Like, get a life, bro. You're literally watching someone play Fortnite, which I enjoy. But why are you calling my dad fat? Like, you're probably fat yourself. Get off the couch and go do a workout and not get fat. So shut up. I'm done with this crap. You can unsub, you can block my channel. I don't give a crap. And I know the boys I know in this stream didn't do that. I'm talking about the other girl.
What? Alright, coming.
That's Aura.
Run con. Alright. Let's do this.
Green Hog, Blue Gatekeeper, Captain America.
Alright, I just have a blue striker AR, minis, and a green pump.
I got a big pot, so throw me one mini.
Alright. Breaking out this wall and then I'm throwing it. It's on the roof. I got flow berries.
Right here.
Alright. I got more minis. I'm throwing you another one. There's a med kit up here.
Alright. I have, 2 shoe bubbles.
Alright, nice. I don't have, I didn't have an Avengers chest spawn on my house. I got gold from the safe.
Green pump right here.
Alright, nice. Already have one. I'm gonna go loot back houses.
Alright.
Let's just stay together a lot. I got a blue pump.
Nice.
I'm gonna pop the flow rays and I'm gonna carry the 2 med kits.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna go loot back houses. Probably should have played a little more aggressive, but we'll be alright. We can just wait. I got a big pot. Oh, there's a fizz here. I'm popping the big and I'm holding a fizz.
Okay.
Alright. I got a green hog. I'm gonna hold the striker AR though. There's another big pot here.
I have 4 bubble shields and 3 minis now.
Okay, nice.
Get on me.
Remember, there's no I'm coming. You need to hide though. Remember, there's no jetpacks. Where are you? Okay. I'm coming.
Do that way.
Alright. You wanna fight him?
I mean, we could try.
Where are they?
I think they're at that over here. Yeah, they're running up there.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I mean, if you think you get a really good beam on him, shoot at him, but otherwise, leave it. Let's just farm metal. Good chat. I'm gonna put a timer. I'm gonna get stuff ready, and then yeah. I'm 1.5, 2, 3.
4.5, 1.5, 1.5.
Alright. Bobby was dying quick and it kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
We need to check train, make sure nobody's on train.
Bro, Kennedy is a terrible driver. Like, on Friday, when I was walking, out of the school in the parking lot, she almost hit me.
Bruh. Get back, chat. I'm cab metal.
I have 3.5.
Alright. Thought you were playing with Caden? No. I said Caden was a backup in case Will couldn't play it. Alright, we're gonna go up to pad.
Make it in there.
I'm gonna switch to green gatekeeper instead of a blue pump. And I'm gonna grab the med kit.
2 in here, actually.
Alright, perfect.
To just are essentially looking for. Teams know that with that 1.5 times point multiplier, you know, the elimination scorings can matter, and they can make all the difference as far as where your overall standing on the leaderboard would be concerned. But getting a little bit more over eye view on some of the action building up around the underworld. Batman, Bugha, and Rapid, they are certainly a team that had a decent amount of success in day one, and what they're hoping to do today is just continue to build upon some of that early success they found throughout the course of yesterday, because there were definitely a couple of pickups that they would have liked to avoid, but that could be said for everyone.
Yeah, like my reference point is that is the foundation. It's the way that you set yourself up for success, given that this is, of course, the two-day format. How you start your tournament is the most critical to your success here, as far as, of course, your overall ending will be. Batman, Bugha, and Rapid being up in that 200+ point threshold mark, inside that top 10 coming into day two, you are literally set up for success. All you have to do is stay even just mediocre, right? Mediocrely consistent, and you'll be heading your way to the grand finals, given such a strong start to their day. But this is definitely the team we'll continue to keep an eye out on for now. We just get to see what they're working with, see that they're uncontested, and move on to some other fights going on here. Quanti and Japco, another team that definitely surprised us, right? Their first few games, pretty explosive. They found some where they kind of dropped off a bit, but overall still relatively great performance day one.
I think the most impressive part about Quanti and Yapko so far has just been the fact that they had to duke it out essentially to be able to establish their drop uncontested for the most part. It was just Blaha and Mixon that were consistently challenging them originally in our previous weeks, but all of yesterday, we saw Quanti, Yapko, able to kind of just focus on doing their own thing, and we also saw them rather consistently making it to those end game performances that, you know, this is clearly what they were chasing after the entire time. I mean, you're having to fend off an entirely separate duo from the drop that you want in the first place, and here, Quanti and Yapko, they're just trying to be a problem at Mount Olympus. They really like to control this elevated territory surrounding this top statue, and for good reason. It gives them great overview of the lobby.
Take a look at this. Pink and Miro starting off on the wrong foot here. Pink just ran down by Skittles and Chubbs. And that's the thing, Skittles and Chubbs, such a strong team. It's not going to be an easy early game fight for them this entire day if they can't formulate a new tactic. Otherwise, they'll be going against some of the best here. But for Dash and Seek, they're continuing to what seems to be sit on Kanata's reboot card potentially here, and Cooper forced to try to figure out how to break this defense, but the offense from Seek and Dash is just too good, it seems like. And he's having a hard time right now.
And what hurts even more still is knowing that Kanata and Cooper ending off yesterday in that 6th place position on the leaderboard. They would like to get a strong start towards the day because they know just how much everyone else in this lobby is looking to play catch up with them essentially. But I like this from Cooper. He is not giving up by any means. He knows all he needs to do is acquire Kanata's reboot card, but it is starting to approach that threshold though, MDF, where even if he is successful in this endeavor, even if he gets that reboot card, he's had to delay his surge strategy so much so that I'm not sure it would really lead them in all that great of a mid to late game faring position anyways, just because of how much delay Seek and Dash are posing here.
Yeah, and Cooper, of course, deciding to stick around here is telling us that clearly he feels like he is the more confident duo in the two, but even with a toe-to-toe versus Dash, it doesn't matter. He knew there was pressure on his heels. Seek and Dash will end up taking down Kanata and Cooper in an upsetting early elimination. And again, you come in at 6th place here in a 2-day grand finals, and you have a chance at winning this tournament. You truly do, but that right there is as good as a major setback. That's gonna kind of put them in a middling position. Still not over though, of course. They'll have chances to climb up. Jumping back into Clix and Vino though, look at the damage that has been done to this duo here.
They've had a moment though to try and recuperate things, and at the Ship It station, keep in mind, this is Baka and Parz's typical, you know, starting point, so it's really just scraps that they're after. Clix managing to find a med kit that's gonna put them just slightly back to, you know, a fighting point of view, but at the same time, TK Turtle Tavern, they're kind of just situated on that flaming boost tube right outside that Ship It station, and they are gonna be such a problem for Veno and Clix if they're not careful. If Veno wasn't already so injured, it wouldn't necessarily be as much of a threat. They could just choose to ignore that, but that's a situation where TK and Turtle, they could look to force it if they wanted to, and Quanti and Yapko, they seem like they found the aggression that they were after in the first place. Flo trying to do what he can to buy some time, but Quanti just drops directly on top of Flo. Easy elimination after the fact, and Sigma, I believe he was already knocked earlier on, so yeah, just another really clean couple of elims for Quanti and Yapko there.
Take a look at this. Clix and Vino caught in what seems to be a very tight situation. We saw that they were sort of forced again into early heals here, missing a lot of white HP, but I saw that they knocked a down body. I think Pars might have been caught off guard here. And due to that, yeah, take a look at this. Due to that, they actually secure the loot, and this is a critical moment. They don't get the points here, but they get all of that material, those heals, and that'll kind of put them back into a fighting shape here for the first game. But Yamzo and Tayson, much different story here. They seem to be very much set up for success right now, just behind, trailing behind a little bit on wood, but that's nothing. They can, of course, bounce back from that. Flaming Hoop's going to send them flying. Couple tags there for Yamzo, well played. Look at this, unlooted here. This is all a part of this strategy, if you will.
The Yamzo and Tayson, I think, definitely a team where there was a lot of kind of concern after the Slurp Cacti regeneration factor was essentially neutralized since it was removed. Tayson and Yamzo, they've had to kind of formulate a new plan entirely, and the level of adaptability that I think all of these pros have kind of showcased, especially the ones that were more directly impacted in that southern section of the map over in the desert territory, that were kind of just looking for those surge-based strategies on top of the Slurp Cacti. You could be more aggressive with your peaks, but now it's a lot more fixated upon being able to just take these box fights relatively early, or at the very least, you get your surge tags, but you don't receive too many in exchange. And that's always the hardest part, is trying to go unseen while you're actually trying to establish damage from a range.
And Pen and Pompier still in the storm. Have a long ways to go here, because they have to rotate past the Grim Gate. Just looking at the map right now, trying to gather some information. It seems like they might just be the last team to get into the safe zone. 39 duos remaining in this game, by the way. Very, very much action heavy in this early game already.
That's for sure. And you can also see Duo still lurking at Lavish Lair. Wonder if that might be Muzz and Epic Whale, but the fact that teams feel comfortable enough to stay inside of the storm during these early ticks, you know, it just showcases the fact they feel much more comfortable, possibly looking to opt for more of a dead side rotate. Mongrel and Mr. Savage, though, this is a duo that needs to come out with a massive performance here on the day. They really just had a rough time throughout the entirety of yesterday's 6 lobbies, and I know for a lot of people there was so much hype kind of riding on this team, and I think that there is still plenty that could come back out full force here, because I think for Mongrel and Mr. Savage, getting the opportunity to kind of replay things that, you know, didn't necessarily go right for them yesterday, hopefully they've been able to kind of develop some form of a new search strategy, because it hurts when you got to make those changes overnight, right? But I think that they're both certainly a caliber of player that can achieve those metrics.
I agree with you. I think they are absolutely worthy of a slot, but it will come down to them ultimately, you know, making those adjustments and seeing if they can make up for what went wrong yesterday. You saw that Mongrel and Savage didn't really change their strategy post adjustments to the game, post, you know, new update. Basically, they kind of stuck to the same strat. Kelly and Vivid broke it down perfectly. They are still playing the same kind of cactus areas, which means that there are just less teams down there, right? It's not as effective as it once previously was. So we'll see what happens today. I mean, already the fact that they're making it this far into what is now going to be the bend of the mid game is better, given that yesterday they had so many early exits.
Yeah, and to be fair to that as well, I do think there is value in just committing to what you have been practicing, especially knowing that you have a 2-day format, right? If this was like a only 6 lobbies to work with circumstance, then okay, guys, we might want to do something a little bit different here when it's not working out for the first 2 games. But they knew coming into today that they would have that 1.5 times point multiplier to work with. And so I do think that that gave them a little bit more leeway. But Cold sneaking up onto Poyo doesn't get the tag that he was hoping for, though, and has now revealed his position. So Peterbot immediately going to rotate over, provide some overhead support there for Poyo. But remember, this is our duo with that Machinist Medallion. It is so much harder to kind of commit to these stretched out box fights, because they'll just have an easier time regenerating their shield and not having to use as many of their resources.
It's almost uncharacteristic of Cole to actually miss that ambush like that. I think he put the floor down somehow on mistake, by the way. But is what it is. Here's a quick update. If you guys didn't see that leaderboard fly in, 3rd place is down. So seeing that Peterbot and Boyo are in this game right now, Clix and Vino still standing, Bugha and Aviv right now. These are your teams that have a chance to, of course, jump up, overtake 3rd, and more importantly, solidify somewhat of a strong lead here. Yamto and Tateson, given that their only, performance earned yesterday got them 160 points. It's really not that much, but doesn't put them all the way out of the conversation just yet.
The problem now, though, is that they find themselves underneath that surge damage threshold, so they're forced to try and key as a third-party opportunity. But Alex, Worthy, they're taken out before they even get a chance to apply some pressure there. Now Iyamzo, Tateson, both coming under the effects, but Iyamzo from behind catches Dash completely off guard here. Dash just managing to scramble, but it did put Iyamzo over. Unfortunately, he gets knocked in the process. Tateson now trying to barrel through, but there are just too many teams collected. And Dash, ultimately, the true benefiter, at least for the time being. Pink and Miro could definitely play heavy disturbance here.
I'm surprised Pink and Miro is still standing. Remember, we saw that one of them was knocked earlier. I thought they were fully eliminated, but no, look. As you can see, this is going to be a big turn of events right now for Miro and Pink there. 3 eliminations now for Miro as he is dialed in and gets to pick up all of that free material right there. Very well earned for them. Puts them in a strong position now to start marching through this mid-game here. And what a perfect rotation. Not a single team to hold them out here. They get to cut all the way across, free of any enemy line sights. Meanwhile, Mr. Mongraal and Mr. Savage here on the move. Whoa! Finds read on the rotate, and that's a quick highlight coming out of the Reckless Railways. Just showing
Crash
you
pads.
how quickly, things can change for you.
Just so problematic. Reed just unsuspecting, and I can't fault him for it either. It's a crash pad. Unfortunately for Veno, that's a crash pad in the wrong direction. Did not mean to clip it that way, and immediately forced to expend the one med kit he was holding onto. Granted, he was probably going to utilize it either way, but Nerfface now going to have an opportunity. Clix was isolated. Veno, even though he's managed to get back some of his white HP, does confirm that elimination onto Sid as well, but it's a matter of fact that the damage is done. It's 7th zone. He can't go for a reboot play at this point. He's just going to have to scrap it out as a solo, and he knows just how valuable every single one of these placements points is. Teams on the height at Mount Olympus taking note of his position as a solo as well. They're trying to apply a little bit of pressure here. Fortunately, Trashy Threats gonna get caught up there with Paco and Vorteca, so that will buy Veno some time to sort of recuperate his shield as well. It is just such a tragic second, essentially, that Veno splits apart from Clix, and that's really all it took for Disaster to strike.
Well, he's still closing in right now, right? Like, literally closing in on placement points. He picked up a couple eliminations, so this is not like a full net negative game by any means, if he can just earn some placement points. But I think it was very wise of him to actually finish that elimination. He had to. And the fact that he gets a little more material, we can definitely see Veno pull something off here. Let's not forget they have the advantageous, weather station typically, right? As far as their strategy is concerned.
Yeah, but a forecast tower that's likely to be heavily trafficked as well at the start of the match. Didn't get a chance to really gauge just how much intervention they had on their initial rotational path, but Veno, keep in mind, Vorteca and Paco, they know he's still lingering there as a solo. They want to try, see if they can get some shots onto him, but Veno, he's just going to take the direct fight there with Sandman, but again, focused by the entirety of the lobby. This is looking grim right now, MDF. It is Veno after all. If anybody can make something out of nothing, it'll be Veno, and he does it! Delivery onto Sandman, the perfect timing for an elimination. All he needs now is a chance to pick up some of that body loot, whatever there might be. One more small shield potion, but his time has been cut short. just too many factors working against him.
And the surge, I couldn't even believe that he didn't have enough damage. But he somehow fought through that, and you know what? He's still, you gotta give credit, right? Still picked up a placement point, still got that extra elimination onto Sandman, but that lobby focus was just, it was just next level. And even Mongraal, I'm noticing even Mongraal is a solo right now.
I think for many of our teams, it can be really difficult to try and work through some of these shifting layers, and a lot of our top teams even just encountering issues with the surge in general. Bugha, Aviv, they're also gonna fall victim. 16 below currently. Bugha scrambling, trying to see if he can apply a shot anywhere, but he's just having to break through walls. He's trying to see if he can find an isolated player, but at this point, he's basically toast. He's just gonna fall right outside the box of Mixon and Blaha. A little bit of materials that they can add, and this is who I had on my mind the moment that I saw Clix and Veno go down. Peterbot and Pollo, though, shaping up to be in a very prime position to try and bring home Lobby 7 as a victory royale.
The next couple of moments are going to be super telling for Peterbot and Pollo here. If they make their way into what will effectively be closer to like a top 5, top 10, they'll have such a monstrous lead. This is where things really start to separate, but look at Mongraal, 97 below, has to fight here. He is doing his best to put up a defense, but it's just not going to be enough. Tough task, right? Storm Surge, edge of zone, so low. Very tough spot to be in. Paper with a pickup onto Victor V. By the way, barely picked him up. Victor V was extremely weak in there. And that if I had to say, it was definitely a lot of luck and circumstance just lining up for them, given that Paper has no eliminations, by the way, so he obviously didn't have to drop anyone to save Victor V there. Things just kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, but it seems their luck may have just run out. 55 below that damage threshold. And again, we're seeing Peterbot just continue to prosper in this lobby. That mythic hand cannon caught the tail end of that elimination, but Peterbot, Pollo doing an excellent job of just staying ahead of the zone. Now looking back, it's Pink and Miro. They've caught wind of, but they gotta be careful. Their own walls now exposed. Raze and Curly trying to see if they can swoop in onto a massive come up here, but it's the team on height that Peterbot and Pollo are bound to start taking notice of soon enough. They can tell all these players crash padding around them. They want to get involved. They've got to make sure that they stay on a comfortable layer before they go for that ultimate height challenge. Peterbot doesn't have any more crash pads, so unless Pollo's carrying all of them, it might be difficult for them to actually work their way towards the high ground, but Peterbot's found a knock onto Agers. He might have just had his loot snatched up, though, by a separate duo.
And Paper just found a full refresh as well in the low ground. And this is, again, they're not doing it flashily, right? They don't have a lot of eliminations down here in this low ground, but they do have these very, crucial pickups here. Mats being found for them is going to keep them alive. This elevation change is just incredible right now, and it's going to continue to drop players down. Finally now, Muzz and Epic Whale, one of the few teams to jump all the way to low ground. Peterbot and Pollo decide to say, screw the high ground, I'm going down as well. And they are trying to avoid players here. Into the top 10 we go. Miro and Pink are at 8 eliminations. This has just continued to connect well for them. Meanwhile, Paper and Victor V want this high ground. They find Duke and Sphinx there. The double crash pad to really try to fight for it. And what are the odds that there's one ready for him right there? Oh, it works against them. And Paper scrambling, falls to the zone there. Dukes manages to regain high ground here, regain position. He's the first to get up and over the mountain now as they start to continue their pressure, but he's completely out of material. He will have to likely fight here.
Made it to the tree line, though, just in the nick of time. Might be able to squeeze out at least a handful of builds. That might be all the difference here as Peterbot from behind, catching players when they least suspect it, but Pollo, he's gonna find his run cut short. Peterbot and Pollo, have they done enough, though? Sphinx and Dukes looking to convert this into a victory royale, and success will happen here in lobby number 7. Dukes and Sphinx could not have picked a more perfect time to kind of stamp their first VR here at MDF, because everybody knows just how crucial 100 points can be on day 2.
Yeah, and again, you've got to give credit to the fact that Peter Botafoglio withstood the pressure of the other first and second place teams, right? Pars and Baka, Clix and Vena, who fell earlier in the match, is going to give them way more runway. And let's not forget, Bugha and Aviv were in the conversation as well. They fell early too. This is giving Spinx and Dukes time to actually make room on the standings, as is Epic Whale and Muzz, who had a very, very good endgame. But look at Spinx and Dukes' closeout performance here. Very well played for them. Congrats on the victory royale for game number 7 here on the North American region. That is a huge, huge turn of events for them. That's surely going to jump them up at least into the top 5 there, Taco.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not the only team that's looking to kind of open the doorway to see what all they can pick up as far as leaderboard placement spots are concerned. But we'll have more of a breakdown as far as Game 7 went, and more action still to come right after the short break.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the FNCS. Game number 7 of the day, first of the day, I guess, 7 overall, is done. Dukes, Spinx holding down Hyde, picking up the first victory royale. And a big reminder, I'm going to keep saying it until the day's done, 1.5 times multiplier on those points. That Victory Royale by itself worth 100 points for Dukes and Sphinx. This is big. This is big.
I mean, yeah, what a way to start the day. As a
competitor is telling himself there's no way we're not finishing up, you know, in at least global championship qualification territory, right? And they can do just that. So 100-point game, I mean, that's a monstrous comeback. It's a 3x performance right there off of one performance. That's what the 1.5 multiplier can do for you. But look at this. This is a story that is seems to be a chapter continued now for Oliver OG and Crazier, as they've got the returning Tony and Noisy. So Tony and Noisy clearly didn't appreciate allowing Oliver OG and Craze to get real comfortable and earn points last game.
I think for some teams like Noisy and Tony, you know, when you try to shift your drop and then you're gonna, oh my goodness, Oliver with the big range strategy. It would have been crazy if he'd actually secured the elimination off that, but I love the utilization of the crash pad there. Just knocks Noisy out of the shield bubble, nearly takes him down entirely, but it's at least displaced him long enough. Big concerns, though, for Craze, whether or not he's going to win this exchange, but it's only a matter of time for Oliver OG. Tries to pull it off, and he can't. Unfortunate stuff there for Oliver OG and Craze. Even though Noisy was full eliminated, Tony does have the opportunity for the reboot van immediately after the fact.
That is tragic for Oliver OG, who was at 180 points, literally climbing his way up the standings. Just unfortunate setback there, but not over yet. Now, clicks Vino here. Sandy steps. As we saw last game, something went terribly wrong in their early battles, kind of the skirmishes back and forth. Slow them down, set them back. And then once we got to the mid game, I mean, not only did Clicks get eliminated on that rotate, but they were very far off the surge, right? Given that Vino had not only found eliminations, but fought back and still didn't have enough damage.
And they weren't the only ones either. That's the more impressive part, is that teams that we saw yesterday sort of having a good grasp on in terms of, you know, managing that surge threshold and making sure that they stayed well above it. Again, to see them struggle, even if it's just that first lobby of the day, it can still be a little concerning. But Victor V, Paper, they're trying to make sure they avoid the problem altogether. They're definitely trying to pressure Seek and Dash here, but not sold on whether or not Dash and Seek are actually willing to take this exchange. Dash now gonna take an opportunity to get some shots off onto Victor V as he rotates off the flaming boost tube, but Dash doesn't necessarily have the builds to want to continue that fight.
Yeah, running a little low here, running thin. Paper and Victor V are gonna distance themselves though accordingly, and they should be just fine. Meanwhile, Bolt and Bryce have a bit of a base setup here as they're sitting on top of this bunker. And of course, gotta keep fishing, right? Gotta keep looking for activity and tags. Bolts seems to have taken a lot of damage here, potentially exchanging with some teams. And we get the update. Pink and Miro back at it.
They're going for a really early exchange here with Sprite and Day. And Pink gonna lose his shield for it. Day wanting to crank up to immediately try and key after the fact, but still being cautious, being wary. Might have gotten the comms from Sprite that Miro's already shifted his position to immediately back up Pink. So Day can't just outright key him for that. But a decent amount of damage having been applied from both sides now. Miro and Pink, though, they look as if they might be setting up to just reinitiate here. Miro gets a good chunk out of Sprite, and split angle approach currently for Miro and Pink.
I like what's going on here. However, Dan and Sprite might have to, yeah, I was going to say disengage. This is a very, very bad angle for them. Completely you know, unadvantageous for them to keep fighting from that terrible, terrible angle. But Miro and Pink take full advantage. They found a lot of damage out of that. So either way, that's going to swing positively for them. Meanwhile, Poppy and Source, this is a rematch up against Statics and Flutto here. This time, Statics and Flutto seem to be the ones pressing the case right now.
Both of these teams, though, just kind of isolated currently inside of the Storm. Almost seems as if they might draw some attention soon enough. I mean, keep in mind, Sprite and Day, they disengage with Pink and Miro, but they might look to mosey on over to what's going down here, especially with Statics. He's so incredibly low. He's trying to get a better exchange off onto Poppy, but instead finds himself knocked. And the full elimination gonna come through here. Poppy and Source, one more time, just 2 eliminations, and they could not have come at better timing because they're gonna need to get a move on stat. They don't want to stick around and delay their rotate much longer because teams are just gonna get a much better position than you inside the edge of zone.
Yeah, you don't want to get out-positioned and then held out. Look at this, Mongrel, Mr. Savage taking no chances with any bushes here. Big team in the distance there, Victor V and Paper. Surely have sights on them, but Mongrel and Savage continue to move on there. On the other side, we have Baka. I was gonna say, don't tell me Pars was eliminated already, but no. Just seems like they're playing a bit spread out here. Now, Baka and Pars have somewhat, I don't know, hit or missed, right? Their momentum.
Oh, wow. For a moment there, I really thought Kanata was about to just pop up and surprise Baka, catch him off guard entirely. But even if he had, Baka does still have those underworld dashes, bound to be able to disengage at a moment's notice if need be. But yeah, I think that these two, we definitely saw some very highlight-worthy moments from them in day one, but then the conversation sort of just got taken over by what was taking place between Clix and Veno and Peterbot and Pollo. So it sort of drew away a lot of the attention that had initially been fixated on Baka and Pars, which is surprising when you consider the fact that Baka and Pars, I mean, they had a pretty strong start. They had a Victory Royale even, but
back-to-back. I mean, they're the only team that actually go back-to-back. Yeah, and you know, we talk about teams just being ever so unlucky. It makes you wonder, you know, have they just been you know, ever so slightly unlucky? And that's what's, you know, allowing them to kind of stay in the conversation, but not quite in first place at the moment, because they otherwise would be. They'd literally be trailing so far ahead, but bit of a standoff here. Cold and Acorn have really had a difficult tournament so far.
But when you consider that they're already qualified to the Global Championship, it does at least alleviate some of the pressure from, you know, that the other teams might actually be enduring currently because they know I don't actually have my seat on the battle bus for Fort Worth, and I get it, but also for Acorn and Cold, I think that they've kind of just been reliving that Teddy Kami effect, essentially, where they're just trying to prevent the team that's contesting them at their drop from actually powering through. As long as they can prevent a team that could potentially be conning them at Globals, I think Acorn and Cold would definitely be happy with that performance.
Oh, yeah. You know, there's such a difference, right, between Acorn and Cold's capabilities, contested versus uncontested. Acorn and Cold have been one of the few fortunate duos to have ever been contested and still place well within the top 3. That is just not something you see very often. So you give them the space to work with, especially at Globals, given that they have the experience from the previous, you know, LAN event. They're going to be a favorite, undoubtedly. And we'll just have to see, you know, who ultimately ends up being, you know, qualified through, because, you know, you don't pick your contested. They kind of pick you, right? Most of these duos just say, hey, this is my drop, like, and if I qual, then it is what it is. Like, this is my drop. So it kind of just plays out that way. And we've seen what happens when teams try to switch it up. It just more often than not doesn't work out. Right? You don't have the experience built up over the full season or year for that matter. But talk about Cold and Acorn. Let's see what they're capable of, because they're going up against a very, very much prime duo right now, the Iamzo and Tayson here. It's a big, big fight, and they seem to be winning it by a large, large margin. Tayson and Iamzo forced to expend some big heals here. Iamzo claps back finally, though, finding his first tag. The chop comes through, and the beautiful 48 swings right into the shield there of Iamzo.
But then Iamzo and Tayson doing a pretty solid job at just creating some space, building some distance, getting a box or two between themselves and where Acorn and Cold are currently situated. And this halt it's going to buy enough time for both parties to essentially utilize the shield resources that they needed to get back to full. But now there is concerns building on the horizon. A couple of other teams getting drawn towards the sound of all this action. TK Turtle Tavern seeming like they wanted to be involved for a moment, but actually then choosing to back off. And even further still from TK and Turtle Tavern, I believe it was Paco and Vorteca. And again, a lot of these players tending to carry 100 DMR, so it would be a lot easier than you think to get some stray shots going, which could really shift the momentum behind who's actually winning inside of those close battle box fights. So I understand the purpose for halt there between Acorn, Cold, Tayson, and Iamzo. Both those teams just too experienced to want to be victims of a third-party intervention.
That's right. Not to mention they already had the big tower there, right? Being able to just repurpose that really gives them the advantage. But talk about advantages. G-Money and Reciprocal should be the first to go ahead and claim the Rift Island here, secure this loot cache. Big opportunities now for them to go ahead and really get situated here, get going, if you will. Some upgrades are in line here. Meanwhile, though, big fight unfolding right now for Mr. Savage and Mongrel. And this is slightly outside the zone up against Quanti and Yapko. So Quanti and Yapko obviously are, you know, pretty warmed up on the standings. Their tournament performances so far tell us that they are on their way to the Globals. And Mongrel and Savage likely felt like they had somewhat met their match, so they back off right into another team, by the way. So not just a clean rotate, but directly into a face check. Paper and Victor V, who were trying to rotate dead side. This is not looking good right now for Mongrel, who's almost out of shield here.
And not only that, but now they might potentially get sandwiched. Quanti and Yapko, they were just underneath that surge damage threshold. Even though Mongrel and Mr. Savage are above, I'm almost expecting Quanti and Yapko to begin trying to key into somebody's box soon enough here, whether it's Victor V and Paper or not. But Victor V and Paper, they were kind of just rewarded for their patience. They spent a lot of time hanging out at their initial drop there at Pantheon Path, hoping to try and cut off some of these other teams. And again, I think initially aiming for that dead side rotate, as you'd highlighted. But now, Mr. Savage and Mongrel, they're actually gonna opt. I think they want to go fishing.
Yeah, they're trying to distance themselves, obviously, and play into a new angle here. But every which way they go, they're finding more and more teams. And look, now their focus is kind of aimed at that team that just moved out.
Oh, they need material.
Expended a lot in that battle there. You know, this is one of those decisions that it's not your first choice, but it's the hand that you've been dealt, right? You got to get your mats up. There's no way you rotate into the mid game without him. Otherwise, you will literally have to fight and catch a quick refresh. One option is much easier to do than the other. Meanwhile, Seek and Dash here have a fight on their hands up against Cold and Acorn. Cold and Acorn still haven't managed to actually finish any of the battles that they've kind of kicked off against these number of different duos.
It's pretty uncharacteristic of them as well, because Cold and Acorn, they're a duo that typically is able to just confirm relatively quick time to eliminations, and yet here today just find themselves kind of getting drawn to these standstills, and Dash and Seek able to put enough return fire onto Cole. They pressured his shield. He knew that he had a pause. Pop that Nuka-Cola, but now Dash one more time, trying to see if he can make an approach from the low ground, and still Cold just insisting on holding this right side peak. Might be able to get another angle, but Acorn's already made the call out. These guys are trying to bail. Cole doing his best to give chase, but he might have gone one step too far without Acorn. But at this point, Monster, they kind of need this material refresh themselves. They're still looking somewhat decent for builds, but as you transition from that mid to late game, especially when you're approaching a plethora of other duos already starting to get situated inside that edge zone, you're gonna burn through that material in no time. And that's why a duo like Acorn and Cole, if they aren't able to confirm a refresh soon enough, they could find themselves in a world of hurt.
Yeah, Cold and Acorn's performance really emphasizes, you know, and showcases this whole conversation that we've had around how, or just how competitive the NA region is right now. Like, this specific lobby is extremely competitive. From the big names that you recognize down to the new up-and-comers, there are so many, you know, high-caliber, well-performing duos kind of involved in this NA roster that it really has made for a very interesting FNCS so far. Mongraal and Mr. Savage from that super wide rotate end up getting gifted this Storm. So this is perfect for them here, given that they don't have a lot to work with and they still need to farm material. So all these fights that they're engaging into right now, they're entertaining. They have to finish, and they're gonna try to see if they can capitalize in onto Tony's shots are ringing in from the side here, so they have to be quick in securing this, but Tony just lands the monster shot back onto Mr. Savage, really earning his position here amongst the greats. And now look, the lobby's doing the rest with him, almost coming to his rally here.
I could be wrong, but I swear Mr. Savage was just caught in an instance where the wall got taken and he still needed a reload on his shotgun. That either way, it is a tragic closure potentially here in lobby number 8, because Mongraal trying to do what he can to fight back. Clips Tony, but not enough to drop him outright. Still needs a little bit more damage. Meanwhile, Tony, he's got more than enough. He could potentially just look to rotate.
The wait is over
and completely
after over 1 million worldwide combined downloads for both Mac OS and Windows. We at Canon are proud to announce the release of the official version of our EOS webcam utility software for the Mac OS, which has more supported cameras. To begin, you will need to download the new software. Head over to our EOS webcam utility page to download EOS webcam utility for Mac OS. The wait is over.
abandoned this exchange here with Mongraal, but Mongraal knows this is his best opportunity. It's a solo versus solo situation. Regardless of what happens after the fact, he wants to just keep hope alive wherever possible. Loses his shield one more time, does still have a few small shield potions to work with, but he's not gonna have an opportunity to pop them just yet. And then flanked from the side, Sphinx ultimately gonna get the elimination credit there. Tough break for Tony as far as points are concerned, but he's already got 5 elims at least, so probably not too upset by this. At the same time though, it definitely left in tatters.
Crazy to see the gap between 31st and 32nd, where those two duos you just watched clash out in. As we kind of literally tune in, that was Baka landing on Pink and Miro, by the way, and catching a full set of eliminations to keep their tournament run alive, to keep their opportunity chance at the top 5 right now still in the conversation here. Placement points hasn't been given out yet, though. 2 teams will still have to fall here. Love this move right here by Baka to recycle this crash pad here. Looking like he's thinking about landing on a team once again.
That's actual madman behavior, though, for Baka to just crash pad drop on top of a full duo in Miro and Pink. And again, I hate to use the term unlucky at times, but they're sort of just caught fully off guard. It's just very reminiscent of some of the issues that they dealt with in their games yesterday. And speaking of issues, Peterbot's got a massive one. He's forced to play the rest of this lobby out as a solo currently. And low on his build. Yeah, that build count is not where you'd want it to be, but he's trying to see if he can essentially create a refresh in the next few seconds here. Sid and Nerface are incredibly low. This is a winnable exchange for Peterbot, but he doesn't have the same information that we do, MDF.
Yeah, you know, Nerface was just about a tag away and a fresh duo pulled up, but Peterbot's gotta be careful here. Even in the heat of the moment, finds another set of eliminations there onto Edgy there. Couldn't quite secure the loot just yet, but he might have to turn focus here soon. But Nerface, Sid kind of have their attention on him. Their eyes set on the Peterbot prize here. Peterbot a bit indecisive, couldn't quite track down those materials there. He's got what looks to be the zone favor, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes hunting for those mats. Once again, try to give it a little bit of a better look. There it is. He can see it just past that second build. Now, if he jumps down, though, he will fall into this spider's web of Vino and Clicks, who, by the way, just moments ago found this elimination here onto Sandman, and that is going to put them in a full-on capped material setting here into this endgame. That is as good as it gets for any duo here. Look at their material count and the fact that they're on the zone with all the surge. This is a great game and shaping out to be here for Vino and Clicks, and not so much of a great game right now for Peterbot. If he manages to stay alive, that'll be a different story, but as of right now, you can almost bet against them.
Yeah, in a sense, this is just a complete 180 of circumstances. Veno and Clicks, they know they missed out pretty heavily in what happened in Game 7, so they're trying to make up for the lost time here in Game 8. 4 eliminations already, MDF, and as you highlighted, a strong amount of mats to work with, but the fact that Veno has that Purple Hunter's DMR, you know that they have control of the forecast knowledge from the forecast tower. Victor V and Paper, though, also in an isolated position on the low ground. They're going to pick off Curly and Raze, just completely pinching that duo between separate teams. And Victor V from the sky shooting down Source. It's part of the risky play involved, taking some of these crash pad rotates. All depends on the player aim or surrounding you, and Victor V just absolutely shredding there.
That was just nasty work right there. It's going to put them up at 3 eliminations. Now, do notice that they are running very low on material here. 25 builds apiece. Meanwhile, Baka just doesn't stop. He is fighting tooth and nail right now. Top 18 as a solo. He's done this entire endgame without the support of Pars here. Really showing you. And he continues to recycle every time. We're seeing him reutilize these crash pads here, and it just seems to work out. And it makes sense, because the teams that go before him are almost setting up the foundation, and then he's basing up on top of that, as you're watching unfold here. But he's only 27 above right now. Action unfolding everywhere. No reason for him to get too hasty here. Don't you dare go for height. Oh, he's thinking about it.
The intrusive thoughts.
Up. This is a safe spot, though. This is actually very smart of him to kind of get underneath, right, the lion's den, if you will.
Just trust.
Wow, in a way, Baka is kind of just playing sabotage to all these teams rotating by him. He might even have come up with a massive W here. He's going to be able to collect Shore's body loot, credited for the elimination as well. And that med kit is perfect timing. He's going to be able to continue playing from the backside of zone, just buying himself a little bit more time, a little bit more placement points potentially, but he's got to get a move on, and he knows it. He's trying to make sure that he at least stays from falling entirely. Can't afford too many more ticks of Storm.
Yeah, I love that play. I love that play. He was hoping to obviously squeeze out a top 10. It didn't quite go that way as teams are still pushing the distance, but he's right outside. Clix in Vinos' box. They haven't quite spotted him just yet. They might have noticed that there's a cone here, but no, they don't know he's under it. This is so dangerous right now. If you're Clix and Vino and Clix gets opened on with a monster tag there,
Okay, who said
and the
skip
Storm will
sauce,
do their
bro?
best. But oh my gosh, that might just fully affect Vino and Clix's
So
chance
my
to actually
update's at
winning this
7
game. Let's
on
not
me
forget, they were one of the most positioned teams, material count and health-wise, coming into this. So it's going to slow down their momentum just a little bit, but all of their competition long gone, minus Bryce and Bolts, who have the high ground right now, who are trying to win, by the way, another game here on the FNCS Grand Final stage.
You should low-key make a montage of yourself and put it on
Still in the game right now,
YouTube.
5 eliminations, low ground, front side rotate here, looking very clean, but do not count Clix out here to continue to be the disruptor. He's got a big 5 elims right now.
And Clix doing what he can to try and grab that scattered loot, but he's gonna get cut off from being able to continue still. Rapid, he's got Agers on the other side of this wall. Agers, though, gets the knock onto Rapid. Batman Booga left to try
Will, what
and
are you
fend for
saying,
himself.
bro?
Agers, not particularly healthy by any means, but he's managed to move up. He's gonna have to drop layer switch one more time back to the ultimate low ground, trying to break through these pre-existing builds. The elimination credit finally goes off there for Rapid, but it's threats underneath him.
Oh
He's
my,
gonna play the
don't
ultimate
remind me,
spoiler
bro.
card now.
Freaking
Bolt
Caldwell
and
and Jerry came in my
Rice
chat asking
looking
me
all
what I was
but
gonna, if I was
confirmed
gonna
here
get it, bro.
for this victory royale, MDF.
And look at the points, right? This is going to jump them way up into the conversation.
Bro, Fortnite's
They
gonna make
were
me
doing,
retire, I swear.
honestly, just fine without the multiplier. Now with the
doing way too
multiplier,
much, bro.
Victory Royale under these circumstances are going to give them such a
You wanna
huge
see an
swing
old
up
video?
and give them a real chance to be your champions. But
Can I play Trios with y'all? I have a mic now. What does the title say? It says Grinding with Will. Sorry, bro.
Simon says, upgrade. Again, what's new?
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not that mean. But yeah, no, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna.
And then
play
you got my
these,
keyboard. Here, I'll do a sound test for you.
I was just playing.
Yo, Will.
It's pretty good. That's the one
This
thing
is
I
the
want
camera
to
I got.
update on my setup soon. But you can change all the different light settings and all that.
Yo.
And my newest additions to setup are the DT990 Pro
Really
headset.
good.
These are so comfortable, and like the sound is just so much better on them. It's just like insane.
Pretty
I love them. But you got my webcam. It's the GoPro Hero 10, I think.
Yo,
Yeah,
Chad, when I
with
start
the
using this other webcam, should I use
Altura,
the
think
GoPro
that's
as
it,
a hand
tripod.
cam?
It's just got.
They're all like 1 day apart. That's not.
Oh, it's gonna suck to make my own drop.
Sorry,
map.
Will.
I don't even know.
Sorry, Willie McMillie.
Wait, hold on, you gotta watch this one too. You gotta listen to Colorwell as well. His reaction.
Hold on.
Listen.
Okay.
Watch this, watch this.
Can't you see that I'm high of drugs? Okay, my bad, my bad. What the aimbot? Bro, why did my arm just seize up?
Oh, I know what this is. I killed a duo in OG ranked
Good rhyme, good rhyme,
by
good rhyme.
myself. Caden left me and told me I'm him if I kill the duo. Look at this.
Okay, hold on, I'm looking. Let's see what it is. Raise your phone up a little bit. Oh, go ahead, Ryan. Oh, he he he.
Cooking energy, not gonna lie.
Can't you see that I'm all your dreams?
The one I was talking about earlier when I was playing OG ranked solos.
So I'm just gonna jump.
I'm 3 HP.
Next stream, maybe, yeah.
No one needs a scream pump over here?
I do.
Chat, we're gonna play soon. Yeah.
I'll grab it.
Yeah, I marked it for you. There's the shrines over there on the other side. I'm gonna go for that and then get crab.
I'm gonna see if the shrine's over here. I'm gonna take this one too. If it is. Get two.
Bro, this octopus is so slow. Right. I'm going to the shrine. I have no shield, kind of sketched, but whatever.
I have a mini and 2 bigs if you want.
I would love a miniature. Thanks, man. Nice fall damage, EC. I don't think I didn't see that.
I'm barely sorry, bro.
I just randomly saw your HP disappear and I was like, wait, he has shield still. I thought you were dead for a second.
No.
Come on, bro. He doesn't die to fall. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying?
No, man.
I think I did once. I did once on the first katana when I didn't like fully know how it works.
Yeah, I think I took fall damage too before. I still barely know how the katana works.
I think I got told if
You have to sprint like before you jump.
Not even that. You can still bug. As long as you jump and do the dash thing, there's no chance you can die to fall. Apparently.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think it's ever happened to me like when I just sprint before I jump.
Oh, wait.
Mini.
Did the shrine spawn over there, DC?
No.
Dang. Oh, I got this one.
552 right now.
225.
1, 2, 3.
Farm some extra metal for y'all.
Another jelly over here, by the way.
The metal building. Bro, these games are dead, bro. Holy.
Yeah.
I got a mask.
I have one too.
I have a sword. Is there an extra one anywhere?
Not that I know of.
My first one.
I haven't looted crab yet though, so there's still a chance.
I'm hard marking the metal I farm.
I'm chilling on that. I hard marked a jelly over here. I boxed it.
I have 3 bigs, 3 meds.
They're shooting at me. People are shooting at me for surge. I'm just gonna TP. I'm gonna tag them in front. Oh, they ran. One of them trying to tag me.
You guys chilling?
Yeah, I'm chilling. DC blue marker's like decent amount of metal. Not like crazy, but.
I'm at 250 right now. I'm gonna go farm anyways. There's a common pump right here if you want it.
Don't have a green one. Grab this stack. Yeah, I'm really good maths. I'm chilling.
I'm 555.
Yeah, I'm about to be 555 soon. Are you good, Noah?
Yeah, I'm just looting crab. I'm chilling.
DC, you grab the jelly. They have 3 big steam mats.
Another mask here for you.
Drop my league. Alright, yeah, that's fine.
2 extra masks here. The heck?
Come with my sword.
I'm gonna keep each other, guys.
Did you lose this now? Right there, like that little shack over there?
No.
Yeah, someone looted that. Watch your top left, low key.
I like just ran past that too, like to get here from the shrine.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so stacked, by the way. I'm full chilling.
Yeah, I have a gray AR, but other than that, I'm vibing.
I have a green. Wait, that is actually weird. What the heck?
Alright, there's 6 minis in this box.
Five.
Same.
You got that jelly?
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
we're all 555, nice.
I just come left now with us. Let's just go like.
Might need like a little bit of surge.
Yeah, last time I went down at 42 and it was felt dead, and then like no one died for ages. Peterbot just got rebooted. I don't know if that's real. You could check friends list maybe.
Yeah, I was hiding this bush. I was about to playing bush check. 53 is game. Yeah, it probably is. It's
Okay.
53 yards, 52.
There's a boss over here. I don't know if it's a big one or not though. I have 2 boons, a water one and a void one. So if there's a down body, let me finish it so that I can get the scan, you know?
Yeah. You guys wanna kill the boss?
I'm gonna go look at it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know honestly.
The little one, pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the big one spawn over here.
Does anyone actually kill the big one?
I can spawn over here.
It's right here. It's right here. Ready? You want it? Wait.
Oh, he's not here.
Alright, ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
That's fire, bro.
Is that real? 2 bigs. I'm gonna pop one. Chaos, you pop one, I guess. Watch out for a team coming after us for that.
I hate killing the bosses, bro. I'm not even trolling. So risky.
People are here.
You wanna pop a jelly on us?
Yeah.
Fish, by the way, like a lot.
Fish?
Yes. I mean, if you want, I'm saying you can fish down here.
We can go up on the hill. It always just pulls far up down here. I don't think it's ever pulled back when we go over here. Like, it just constantly pulls far. So I feel like we just get there now, early. Think if we get like a power position, we'll get keyed, or you think it's not that key?
I don't think we're gonna get. I mean, unless it's P, I don't think we get keyed like crazy.
I'm trying to think, like, do we just stay on the left side and like just rat, or do we like go up on a hill and box?
I don't know, bro.
We don't like this hill.
Let's go up on the hill.
I feel like we're pretty early, so if we get up here, we might be first. Oh no, I see a big base. I don't know if they're still up there. Probably though. They built out of metal up there too. That's kind of crazy.
Blue down here.
Like a big metal base, bro. You all have masks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright.
Virtual just died. Like full dead.
Nice.
Skittles. You see that metal base up there?
Alright,
Oh, they're
Skittles gone. Yeah,
editing
we can do whatever you guys
towards
want.
us. Watch out. Yeah.
We can do whatever we want.
Do whatever we want. Let's troll.
Oh, they're up there. They're up there in the mountain.
Yeah, watch out, watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out the roll of doom.
Maybe this hill. That'd be pretty nice if no one's up there. It's not rendered yet. I don't think anyone's up there. I'm down.
Get in.
I'm gonna mask across. Oh, the value mask right there. Is this hill taller than the other one?
I just thought I died a fall damage. I'm not gonna lie, I jumped as soon as I masked. I forgot. I didn't even say a word. I was
No more
just
jumping.
Dude, I was just looking down. I'm just like, am I dead or not? Like,
It's so awkward in solo like end games, bro. Like you always want to jump when you're masking.
Yeah.
Like
agreed.
Actually, any end game, to be honest. I just like remember myself trying to jump and I like had to stop.
What if we were to like
Before I
wait
masked.
right here or something?
you just hide on a mountain.
Destroy a team that comes up. You have to play or no?
Yeah, I'm down.
We could just also get snuck up on in 3-2-1 though. Would a team expect this though?
You won't expect it. It's just like if we get spotted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're out of C zone. If we like full pull, we can just build.
I'm looking down to risk it.
You wanna risk it?
Maybe once it'll build up, maybe.
Yeah, I would build up. Got us.
Oh, there's kids padding over there. You see them? We can tag that. I think we tag that.
Where?
Oh, I see him. 26,
22.
26,
Hey,
50.
crack.
Another padded.
Yeah, I guess they're them.
That was very weird. I fried one though.
Build up here now.
I've seen a mini.
Oh, I have a mini. Is there brick refarm? Yeah, there is. I want to build a big surge base.
You have a mini DC?
No. Big jellies.
Might pop a big.
25, 47.
Nice.
Yeah, let's pop a big and we'll pop a jelly later.
Yeah. 180, 120.
Nice. I'm gonna come down and refarm. You can look over me.
You got him right
Yeah.
Through a mask in case.
I took some of your extra brick.
Nice, man.
It was only 110, you know what I'm saying?
Don't make fun of my small amount of brick. I want to get fried. Team up
Looking
down the
over you.
surge base.
There's a lot of mountains around you.
Yeah, I think the only team that would shoot at me actually. There's barrels down here, like 3 of them. If you guys want to come pop them, could be worth.
Should I? Thank you, TP. I'm gonna go pop him. You wanna pop him to the house or no? Actually, wait. No.
Yeah, I feel
Wait
like
for
I
me to
should
come
stay up
back.
here.
Wait for me to come back.
Never know to come back up. I'm gonna fry the surge base again. They said they keep trying to ramp it off, but they didn't ramp it off again.
Barely in your refarm down
Bro,
here.
what is that chat? Don't you open up that window. It's at 83%. Don't you let out that antidote. Popping pills is all we know. So we might just not get to deploy it tonight.
There's like a little cabin down there. Yeah,
What?
right there.
What, Nut?
Ain't that right?
So it's at 83%.
Bro,
So we might just not get deployed tonight. I hope we do.
you literally have a PC in your house.
Full mask scared me, bro. Thought I just got full mask on.
Mine didn't even need to update.
Soul like behind us.
Well, okay, mine sometimes auto updates, and then I forgot to shut it completely off last night on accident, so it didn't auto update.
Boy.
Where is the lobby at?
That way you can't see.
Probably.
Then we mask like here, and then we mask right across the Don't jump, DC.
I did it. They're just looking at us.
Who you won this kid? You see him?
Oh, we're
They're
getting
just looking at you.
without
You're gonna get shot. You're gonna get shot.
Wait, Kenny.
Look at
Look at that.
24,
25?
23.
25 on there.
4 kids batting.
24?
Nice.
Nice.
We're gonna get
Yeah,
help.
we're gonna need tags. Just shot down then. Come here. Watch out for fall damage.
Nice shot,
Like, you
dude.
took fall damage. You got tagged.
There's a surge base. They hit one shot. They shot one bullet.
I'm surprised. I thought they were gonna fry Noah when he was crouching. They're like looking at us.
For a fry on them. They're like fighting right now. Why you scared me, bro?
27.
Nice. We should cross now. We should cross. I don't think anyone's looking at us. I think they're just all fighting up there.
Yeah. Can we get here?
Yeah, I mean, we can try. I'm gonna TP up, I think.
Above us.
Ping up. Going all the way up. Oh, team behind. What the heck?
I don't know how you just got tagged and I didn't. What happened?
Okay, we're just chill here then, I guess. Why are they spraying? Popping a big.
Yeah, you want a big door or no?
I have 2 myself, but 2 worth.
Nah.
I already have 3.
I'm not gonna pop them.
You can hold it if you want. Pop it later.
I'll probably pop jelly
Do
later.
you think I need surge or no?
Yeah, we should get
tagged.
tags.
On top.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna that guy on top as soon as he shoots again. They're fighting on top. They're like full fighting. They're dying.
26.
They right them.
It's down here.
Yeah, that gets 26.
Oh my. Like 90 on him.
50, 100 crack.
20, 40, nice.
26.
He thinks he is. He thinks he is because he gets back.
Play all games.
Stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to nobody, homie. What's on your mind, just do it. It's what's destined for you. You gonna get it.
Alright, Darren, take a turn, dude. Take a turn.
My name is Lance Woods, out here on set doing the shoot for
Need a drink? need to.
Bro, I don't. When are you getting on so I can add you, bro? Oh, Karsten Hanzeli completed a hike. What? So we just made her go fetch. Yo, Will. Yo, Will. Will.
What?
Say, say go fetch.
I have this open PC now.
Wait, Kramer? Did you say Kramer? Casey Kramer?
No, that is not. No. That is middle.
Fighting. Frick.
Did
They're low, they're 30.
you say Gucci?
There's so much loot. There's so much loot there, bro. What?
What a psycho.
Yeah, bro. Trust me. That kid's just Fuga, bro. What in the world? I'm siphon 1-5, by the
See
way.
my marker? Get a TP over that.
I mean, you're not funny either.
Ready? We need to go inside. Keep going. Not going too far.
I don't know about that one.
I built a lot. Don't get bummed. 2, 4, 3.
Can you grab me some wood here, take this?
So we're gonna
There's 70 extra, yeah.
You don't need that?
No, I'm max metal. I just have like.
Sir Nuttington?
115.
You like already like. And yeah, I will.
Pull up.
How did you get that?
Sophie, leave this one.
What? Yo, Will. You need our jail route.
Come here, stand on me. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Don't block each other.
Can't you see that I'm high on drugs?
Nope, perfect. Low ground.
No FW planes.
They're dying.
Yo, Will. Yo, Will.
Quick. In here.
Underwater.
I don't know why I don't really pick it up. Pop in a bit.
Yeah, the man. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Got it.
Hey, there's more. I'm going this. No.
Can't you see that I'm high on drugs?
Looking low ground. Run here. Going.
Right. Hold on. Wait, I haven't. Hold on. My bad. I haven't
I like
started the
that, right?
timer yet. Okay. 5 minutes starting now.
So my Fortnite just updated. Yo, Will. Carrot top. My fault, Gangatron. Can't you see that I'm high on drugs? So I've never been high before. Wink, wink. Yeah, that's a lie. So I'm gonna go get her more time.
Fallon?
Yo, Dad.
But like, what about like Jimmy Fallon?
I'm not kidding. 30 seconds.
Go with enough.
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
So then can
Spelled
I
with
just
an
eat and then come back up here?
I'm freaking where? Jimmy. Jimmy.
Why don't?
Fallon. F-A-L-L.
Yeah. Oh.
Yo, Will.
What?
You want to see my dent right now?
I think the
Look, look.
Wait, I'm locked in right now. Next
Look,
to
look.
my-
Can you see it? Can you see it?
What the? Wait, I'm looking.
Wait, go on the stream. Go on the stream.
Hold on.
Yo, chat. Is this dent cooked? Yo, Will, go on the stream. Go on the stream.
Bro, just show me real quick. I can't go on stream. I'm locked in. Oh.
Is that cooked?
Yep.
Oh. Good Lord Almighty. Hey, Will. Are we not in this game?
Oh, buddy, just spilled your water.
Rocket.
Charlton